You want to run a successful YouTube channel, but you work full time. It's possible, trust me, but you need to have a schedule in place. You need to not listen to these YouTubers who are preaching 80, 90-hour work weeks a week. That is only going to stress you out and make you freaking fail. There is a way around it. Yes, those big successful guys, they work 80, 90 hours a week, but I will tell you the thing that was stressing me out and what is probably stressing you specifically out is thinking someone is sitting at a monitor like just clicking and typing and recording away for 80 to 90 hours a week. That is not the fucking case, okay? That helped relieve a lot of stress off my chest. It allowed me to make more videos with more quality, less stress, and just allowed me to have more ideas because I stopped thinking about just thinking I had to be at a desk for 80 to 90 hours a week. When those guys say they're working 80 to 90 hours a week, they're including all the indirect things that are helping them be successful on their YouTube journey. For example, people like Hamza, yeah, they claim they work 12 hours a day. They technically are, but as I said, they're including the indirect things in their life that are helping their YouTube video as work. Like, for example, reading in the gym and kickboxing for him. An example for me would be hiking, clearing my mind, meditating. Those indirect things that aren't specifically producing content on YouTube, they're going to help you produce content on YouTube, and that's what those guys are counting as work, okay? The goal is to eventually get yourself in a habit where you are constantly want to do things that are going to help your YouTube career. Yeah, you're probably going to have to dedicate a few hours to YouTube a day if you do want to be successful, but if this is something you actually want to do and it's something that actually passions you, it's going to be worth it and you're going to look forward to it, okay? Before, not having a schedule that stressed me the hell out because I didn't know how many videos I should produce a week. I was stressing about not having enough videos, and I would also stress about having too much at the risk of a lower quality. So I found a number for me was a good sweet spot was 5 videos a week, and I made a schedule on how to work on each individual part of the videos all week to be able to produce 5 videos a week. I don't produce the videos I make in one week that week. I skip a week, similar to how you get a job and they skip your first week of pay. All the videos are produced one week and then they just get posted day by day, Monday through Friday the next week. This 5-part video series goes over the 5 parts to making 5 videos a week. It's going to start with scripting, then making thumbnails, recording, editing, and then a catch-up day. The video today is going to be scripting. It is important to know what you are going to talk about. If you're the type of person that can wing it, try, but I guarantee you'll be able to get way more out of your video and way more retention from your audience if you script your video beforehand. And when I say script, I don't mean word for word. I mean make like a skeleton of what you're going to talk about and keep it on the side of you to just keep you on track. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to show you what I work on the first day and gradually go over the next days in my next videos. This is part 1. I hope you enjoy. Okay, getting right into it. Day 1 is going to be scripting. There are 4 to 5 different parts of creating your YouTube videos. This is the schedule that I follow every week. So just to give you a little background, or not background, but what my days normally look like. This is starting with Tuesday because I normally give myself Monday as an off day to either it's a catch-up day or just stuff that I need to figure out on my own. But Tuesday, day 1 for me, is normally going to be script writing. And like I said, and previously in the video, script writing isn't exactly writing a script word for word. It's writing a skeleton of what exactly you're going to say. And I'm going to give you some examples of my scripts or skeletons from previous videos. So I like to keep everything very organized. That's just who I am as a person. So we're going to bring my files over here. Open this up. I'm going to go to my documents. I keep a document folder named scripts. I suggest you do as well. Click on that, and here I have the scripts that I make daily. So I have one right here. This is a 1 through 5 day schedule. This 5-part series, 5 vids per week, is the actual script for the next 5 videos I'm going to make. We're not going to go into that one today, or I might show you just to give you an idea of how I scripted this first video. So number 1, mental benefits. The actual name of this YouTube video was Mental Benefits of Starting a YouTube Channel, and I structure it, and I have a triple monitor in front of me, so normally I record in front of one monitor and I keep this script open on the right side of my monitor just to look back and forth to let me know what to talk about next when I do run out of something to say. So I give an intro, Getting rich and getting famous is only a plus of starting a YouTube channel. There are many more benefits that come from actually starting your own YouTube channel, and right here I just listed a structure of each thing I was going to talk about. First thing started with articulation skills, and that was actually the first part of what I was going to talk about. So down here, articulation, I gave 4 different topics I can talk about with articulation. The next thing I could have gotten out of YouTube is how it allows you and forces you to learn new things. That was the next thing I talked about, and I had a couple bullet points down of things I would talk about, and so on. Structure, purpose, and confidence. Structure, purpose, and confidence. So that's how I give a skeleton to my videos. I don't copy this shit word for word. I kind of just look at it while I'm recording, read the sentence, and then put in my own words, I'd probably say like a verbal few paragraphs or so, or however much you think you need from the bullet point that you jotted down, and just talking to your videos and trying not to focus too much on your right screen so the viewer doesn't see that you're looking at something. It's okay if they do. It's not the end of the world, but just make it known that feel like you're talking to someone and not a camera, and don't get caught up on something on your screen to the right of you, okay? So that's the first part of the video. That's the first thing I do. I normally work around 9 to 5 o'clock, so I go into work around 9, I get home around 5, I cook something, and my YouTube normally starts around 6 o'clock. I have to write 5 scripts a week, obviously, because I'm shooting for 5 videos a day. Each script takes me anywhere from about 15 to 30 minutes, so let's just say 30 minutes at a max. 30 times 5, that's 2.5 hours my first day just getting the scripts in order. And if you find it difficult to do all 5 in one day, which it's going to be difficult at first, you need to train yourself to be able to do this every day. You got to get into the habit of working on YouTube right after work, and doing this, scheduling a day for one thing, helps you get less stressed. Because when I didn't have a schedule before, I would think to myself, I get out of work, oh boy, I have to script, make thumbnails, make the videos, edit all in one day. No, that's not the case. You got to make a schedule for what you're going to do on what day so you don't burn out. So get home at 6. I try and dedicate 2 to 2.5 hours of script writing. Like I said, each one takes about a half hour to write each script. But sometimes, I don't feel like working for 2.5 hours. Maybe this is a bad thing, maybe it's a good thing, but I felt a sweet spot of what's working for me right now. Sometimes I'll write maybe 2 to 3 scripts, and then I'll go to the gym for an hour or 2, get home at like 8 o'clock, kill 1 more or 2, or even maybe save it for the next day, save it for the morning before I go to work to finish the script. Just try to get in the habit of completing what you're going to complete within a day or 2 of starting that goal for the videos. This is goal number 1. Write the scripts. Try and complete it that night or the next day. Try not to fall too far behind, because at the end of the week, that catch up is more for things that are lengthy, like the editing and video creation. So day number 1, I'm really only dedicating 2.5 hours to the actual script itself. Write a script, pick some ideas, and in the script, make sure you choose the title of your video as well, okay? I'll just show you some others here, just so you can get an idea of what I've written. This one right here, this was how to make friends with women in the gym. This is the intro, obviously. Same thing. It goes on and on. Step 1, approaching. Step 2 is the escalating conversation. 3 was ending the first interaction. Then it rolls over to the second interaction. Everything is structured so I can tell a story. I'm not out of place. I'm not talking about one thing, then jumping ahead 4 to 5 steps, then going back 3 steps. Everything is structured so people can understand what the hell I'm talking about. I move in steps to ensure that the audience knows where I am going. I stay on track. That's what the scripts are there for. They're not meant to be word for word. They're just little bullet points to help you keep on track. So that's day number 1, is script writing, and really it only takes you 2.5 hours. This is all you should be worrying about right now. You shouldn't be worrying about those long ass work weeks for a little bit. You should try to do as much as you can, but it isn't exactly beneficial at first. It's to jump right into those freaking long ass work weeks. People grow their way up to that, and the only reason people get up to that is because they develop a routine and they like to do that. And you'll get there too, as long as this is something that you actually want to do. It's not going to feel like work. Yes, it will be hard at sometimes, but the feel good you get in your brain from making these videos will outweigh the fuck I gotta do this. Like, you're not gonna feel like that anymore. You're gonna be more looking forward to the dopamine hit you get from completing that work, just like the dopamine hit you get from leaving the gym at the end of the day if you are a gym person. So day 1, script writing, 2.5 hours. That's it.